What if I told you that the most dangerous offense in NFL history is just one phone call away from becoming a reality? The Los Angeles Rams are currently sitting on a powder keg, and the fuse is already lit. We are talking about a move so aggressive, so massive, and so insane that it would effectively end the NFC West race before Week 1 even kicks off. Matthew Stafford is playing like a man possessed, coming off an MVP-caliber stretch that proved to the world his arm hasn't aged a day. But right now, there is a missing piece in this championship puzzle, a void that is preventing this team from being truly unstoppable. The front office is staring at a trade opportunity that could change everything, but it comes with a risk that has other teams running for the hills. Is it a masterclass in roster building, or is it a recipe for a locker room disaster? Stick around, because this situation is escalating fast and the details are wild. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. The buzz around the practice facility is getting louder, and one name is at the center of every single conversation: George Pickens. We've seen this movie before in Los Angeles. When the lights are the brightest and the stakes are at their highest, the Rams don't just participate in the trade market, they take it over. Sean McVey is a coaching genius who craves elite talent, and he has never been afraid of a big personality. The rumors are swirling that a blockbuster deal is being cooked up behind closed doors. You have to ask yourself, is the league actually ready for what happens if McVey gets his hands on a weapon this explosive? But the story doesn't end with just a name. It's about the massive gamble the Rams just set up with their future. For years, the rest of the NFL mocked the Rams for their forget those picks attitude. But look who's laughing now. By recently drafting Ty Simpson, the front office didn't just secure a backup plan for the future. They unlocked a strategic masterpiece for the present. By having their young quarterback in place, the Rams have effectively turned their 2027 first-round draft pick into a golden ticket. It is a trade chip that is worth its weight in gold in today's market. Les Snead and this coaching staff are like sharks. They can smell a championship from a mile away, and they never sit idle when a ring is within reach. Think back to the moment they moved heaven and earth to rescue Matthew Stafford from Detroit. Think about when they brought in Brandon Cooks to set the scoreboard on fire. This is the exact same blueprint. They aren't looking to build a team. They are looking to arm a superpower. The receiver market is currently at a total boiling point, and a massive rift in Dallas has created a gap that the Rams are ready to exploit. The Cowboys are in the middle of a financial nightmare. They've already let stars like Micah Parsons walk away because they are terrified of the salary cap, and now they are hesitant to pay their top-tier wideouts. This creates the perfect storm for Los Angeles. But wait until you hear how the numbers actually stack up for this potential new arrival. Who is the one player in the league right now who can turn a 5-yard slant into a 70-yard touchdown while dragging 3 defenders with him? We are talking about a receiver who just put up a monster season, over 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. He is a certified top-tier threat who is currently trapped under the franchise tag. He wants a long-term commitment, a forever home, and his current team is refusing to give it to him. Insiders have confirmed that the relationship between this star and his current front office has hit a total impasse. It is a betrayal of trust that usually only ends one way: a trade. Now, some critics are pointing at his history in Pittsburgh and calling him a behavioral risk. They say he's too loud, too frustrated, and too difficult to manage. But they said the same thing about Odell Beckham Jr. They said the same thing about Jalen Ramsey. And what happened when they put on the Rams' horns? They became Super Bowl champions. Here is the spicy challenge for you in the comments. Who is the real diva in this situation? Is it the player who wants to win, or the front office that refuses to pay him? Drop a name and tell me if you think this risk is worth the reward. The logic here is actually very simple. As great as Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are, the Rams need depth. One injury in November could turn a Super Bowl run into a total disaster. By adding a physical, vertical threat who can win contested catches at an elite level, this offense becomes a nightmare. But how exactly does Sean McVay plan to fit this alpha mentality into a locker room that is already full of stars? We are watching a high-stakes game of chess, and the Rams are currently holding all the power pieces. When you add a player with this kind of raw physical gift to McVay's system, the entire geometry of the field changes. It forces every defensive coordinator in the league to go back to the drawing board. Imagine you are a safety lining up against the Rams. You have Puka Nacua eating you alive underneath. You have Cooper Kupp destroying your nickelback in the slot. And now, you have a 6 feet 3 inches monster sprinting deep on every play. Where do you go? If you help deep, the running lanes open up and the ground game thrives. If you crowd the line, you get burned for 6 points. It's a force multiplier effect. Everyone on the field becomes 10% better just because this guy is standing on the turf. The risk of him being frustrated or late to meetings is real, but let's be honest. Winning is the ultimate deodorant. In Pittsburgh or Dallas, he was often the only reliable target. That leads to double teams and natural anger for a competitor. In Los Angeles, he enters a sophisticated machine where the ball is spread around and the pressure is shared. Our culture is designed to help athletes succeed by giving them a clear structure and a winning atmosphere. If Les Snead pulls the trigger, he is betting that the Rams' culture is bigger than any individual ego. This move solves the biggest hidden weakness of the team, but the consequences of failing to make this trade might be even scarier. Let's talk about the ticking time bomb that no one wants to mention. The Rams' current depth at wide receiver is a major concern. If a key player like Puka Nacua has to miss even 3 games, the entire offensive rhythm could stall. Without a third elite option, the offense becomes predictable. By bringing in a veteran who is just entering his prime, the Rams are effectively buying championship insurance. They aren't just looking for a player. They are looking to ensure that nothing, absolutely nothing, stands in the way of another parade in Southern California. The Rams operate on a different frequency than the rest of the league. They understand that a draft pick in 2027 does nothing to help Matthew Stafford win a ring in 2025. This is a cold, hard calculation of value versus opportunity. Pairing an MVP quarterback with a receiver coming off a career year isn't just a good idea. It is a statement of intent. It tells the rest of the league that the NFC goes through Los Angeles. It tells the veterans in the locker room that their hard work is being rewarded with the best possible teammates. This is why stars want to come here. This is a destination for winners. If this trade happens, the path to the Lombardi Trophy is paved in gold. But what happens if it all goes wrong? The contrast between the best-case and worst-case scenarios is absolutely massive. Look at the 2 versions of the future. In the first version, the masterclass scenario, this elite receiver fits in perfectly from day one. He and Stafford develop a psychic connection. He catches 12 touchdowns, bullies cornerbacks, and the Rams average 30 points a game. The locker room is a party every Sunday, and by February, we are hoisting another trophy. In this world, no one even remembers the 2027 draft pick. It was a steal. Then, there is the second version, the disaster scenario. The behavioral issues from his past resurface. He gets frustrated with his targets in a crowded offense. He struggles with the complexity of McVey's playbook. If the team hits a 3-game losing streak, those small tensions turn into a locker room cancer that derails the entire season. We'd be out of a first-round pick and stuck with a player who is bringing the team down. This is the tightrope that Les Snead has walked for years. He usually stays balanced, but the fall would be devastating. However, the Rams have built a support system specifically designed to catch players before they fall. We have veteran leaders who hold everyone accountable. We have a coaching staff that communicates better than anyone else in football. The tension is what makes being a fan so electric. We don't settle for okay seasons. We don't do rebuilding. We go for the gold every single time, even if it means touching a player that other teams are terrified of. The rewards of this gamble are simply too high to walk away from. The final verdict: the Los Angeles Rams are at a crossroads that will define the next 3 years of the franchise. We have the quarterback. We have the coach. We have the momentum. Now, we just need the guts to take that final leap. Trading for a superstar like George Pickens would be the ultimate all-in play. It would give Matthew Stafford the most dangerous arsenal of his entire career while he is still at the peak of his powers. This move represents everything the Rams stand for: being bold, being aggressive, and being elite. It's about more than just one player. It's about a philosophy that refuses to accept mediocrity. I want to hear from the heart and soul of the Romilly. Do you honestly believe our locker room culture is strong enough to handle a risky reputation if it means getting 1,400 yards of elite production? Or would you rather play it safe, keep that 2027 first-round pick, and look for a quieter option? Don't hold back. Give me your real thoughts in the comments right now. Make sure you like this video and keep those notifications on, because this trade story is developing by the hour and you do not want to be the last to know when the news breaks. We are the best fans in the NFL, and we're just getting started.